The latest military news update. This is AFP Community News, hosted by Rob Susan every 12 noon, Mondays to Fridays. Only here on DWDD Armed Forces Radio. One AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Authorities neutralized notorious Abu Sayyaf sub-leader in Tawi-Tawi. Philippine Navy rejects China's fishing ban in West Philippine Sea. Philippine Brunei ties to help maintain peace and stability in Indo-Pacific. Southwesterly wind flow to cause rains, gusty winds across Luzon. Good day everyone, as well to our troops at Camp Emilio Ginaldo, Quezon City. Today is Wednesday, May 29, and we'll bring you the latest news from the armed forces and other information around the Philippines. I am Rob Susan for AFP Community News.
DWDD Armed Forces
Before
News.
anything else, I'll review into our CRS AFP Commander Major General Ramon Zagala, Philippine Army, to our CRS AFP Deputy Commander Colonel Medel Aguilar, and to our CRS AFP Chief of Staff Colonel Marlo Patria, Philippine Army. Happy viewing to our commander.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
And for the brief overview of our stories, a notorious sub-leader of the Abu Sayyaf group was killed in a firefight with authorities in Tawi-Tawi yesterday. The said personality was identified as Udom Hasim, who had arrest warrants for 17 counts of murder and 4 counts of frustrated murder. According to the report, he engaged in a 30-minute gun battle with combined forces of the authorities in Barangay Tandubas. The clash left 2 other ASG members wounded, who were abandoned by their fleeing comrades, and several weapons and suspected shabu were recovered from the scene. Moreover, 3 police officers were also injured, but are now in stable condition.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
The Philippine Navy has dismissed China's declaration of a fishing ban in the West Philippine Sea, which encroaches on a part of the Philippines' exclusive economic zone. According to Commodore Roy Vincent Trinidad, the spokesperson for the West Philippine Sea, China's declaration is a provocative statement. He added that it will not prevent the troops from fulfilling its mandate to protect Filipinos both at sea and on land. In response to concerns from Filipino fishermen about the fishing ban, effective from May 1 to September 16, he guaranteed that the Navy is strengthening its patrols around Bajo de Mansinloc and the northern islands of the Philippines.
Armed Forces Radio Report.
For more updates, let us hear the details from Jai regarding AFSLI donates essential office equipment to 6th Field Artillery Battalion.
Yes, Ruff, the Armed Forces and Police Savings and Loans Association Incorporated Cotabato City Branch donated a desktop computer and printer to 6th Field Artillery Deadly Accurate Battalion. Commanding Officer Lieutenant Colonel Erwin B. Albesa received the donation from Branch Manager Ms. Wilma T. Odo. He also emphasized the crucial role of the new equipment in enhancing the unit's administrative efficiency. Moreover, Ms. Odo remarked that this donation is AFSLI's way of expressing gratitude for the 6 FAB's consistent support, reflecting the strong partnership between the two organizations. This is Jai reporting for AFP Community News, one AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you so much, Jai.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
The Philippine Navy has assured the Filipino fishermen that they will continue to be protected despite China's recent declaration of a fishing ban in the West Philippine Sea. Commodore Roy Vincent Trinidad, the spokesperson for the West Philippine Sea, said that this action is in line with President Ferdinand Marcos Jr.'s directive to prioritize the nation's external defense and follows the comprehensive archipelagic defense concept advocated by the Department of National Defense Secretary Gilberto Chodoro to secure the country's territory and EEZ. In light of the fishing ban, which is in effect from May 1 to September 16, Commodore Trinidad addressed the concerns from local fishermen, promising increased naval patrols in critical areas such as Bajo de Masinloc and the northern islands.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
74 impoverished Moro families repeatedly affected by decades of conflict have been provided with decent newly constructed houses in Barangay Salman, Ampatuan, Maguindanao del Sur. These houses were built by the Ministry of Social Services and Development Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao, each valued at 500,000 pesos. In separate statements released by municipal officials in Ampatuan, the beneficiary Moro families are scheduled to move in. According to BARM's Social Services Minister Ray Saharuri, the housing project aims to normalize the lives of families who have repeatedly suffered due to various conflicts, including the clashes between the Moro secessionist groups and government troops in recent years.
Armed Forces Radio.
On the other line, let us hear from Gio about Army leaders inaugurate instructors barracks at 10th Infantry Division Training School.
Yes, ROF Army leaders inaugurated instructors barracks at the 10th Division Training School Annex in Digo City, Davao del Sur. Army Chief of Staff Major General Potenciano Sicamba and 10th Infantry Aguila Division Commander Major General Alan D. Hambala led the said activity. Major General Camba emphasized that the upgrade of the barracks reflects the Army's dedication to its personnel. He also noted that the improvements not only enhance morale, but also contribute to operational readiness, support gender equality, and strengthen unit cohesion. This is Gio reporting for AFP Community News, one AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you so much, Gio.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
The collaboration between 14th Civil Military Operations Katipunan Battalion and the 3rd Civil Relations Group led to the successful facilitation of the Youth Leadership Summit at Camp Lapu-Lapu, Visayas Command, Barangay Apas, Cebu. Themed Empowered, Unite, Transform Youth Leadership Rising Against Insurgency. The summit aimed to equip young leaders with knowledge and skills to positively impact their communities. Participants engaged in discussions on vital topics including social issues, the National Task Force and local communities' armed conflict, youth roles in the community, crime prevention, drug abuse effects, and local ordinances. Moreover, Lieutenant Colonel Isagani Nato emphasized protecting youth from exploitation by communist terrorist groups, stressing their vulnerability and the need for guidance.
DWDD National News.
And for our national news, the President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. emphasized that keeping and strengthening the Philippines' bilateral relations with Brunei and Darussalam would contribute to maintaining peace and stability in the Indo-Pacific region. The President said his first state visit to the Sultanate is crucial amid many global challenges for which Brunei and the Philippines have so many common interests. In line with this, the President Marcos and Sultan Bolkiah witnessed the signing of 3 memoranda of understanding and 1 letter of intent between the Philippines and Brunei, with the goal of strengthening the two countries' bilateral ties on maritime cooperation, tourism, and other aspects. President Marcos headed to the Brunei for a 2-day state visit upon the invitation of the Sultan, coinciding with the 40th anniversary of the bilateral relations between the neighboring nations.
Armed Forces Radio.
We have a report coming in about 1st Cavalry Company joins tree planting activity in Gamo, Isabela. Go on for the details, Mike.
Yes, Rolf, good afternoon. The men and women of 1st Cavalry Rapido Company, along with supportive stakeholders, participated in a simultaneous tree planting activity at Barangay District 1, Gamo, Isabela yesterday. The event held in line with the Armor Pambato Division's 40th founding anniversary. It aims to promote ecological balance and harmony with nature under the theme Armor at 48 Matatag na Pambato, Troopers para sa Bagong Pilipinas. Moreover, nearly 200 non-fruit-bearing trees were planted during the activity. Furthermore, the successful event was made possible through the collaboration of residents, barangay officials, and the municipal government of Gamo. This is Mike reporting for AFP Community News, one AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you so much, Mike.
DWDD National News.
In other developments, the Philippine Atmospheric, Geophysical, and Astronomical Services Administration said that the southwesterly wind flow partly influenced by Typhoon Aghon, is likely to bring rains and gusty winds across Luzon. According to its forecast, moderate to heavy rains will continue over the western portions of northern and central Luzon and Mimaropa until Thursday. Occasional gusty conditions are possible in the next 3 days in Batanes, Ilocos Region, Zambales, Bataan, Northern Aurora, Southern Mainland Quezon, Polillo Islands, Palawan, Lubang Islands, Romblon, Marinduque, and Camarines Norte. The State Weather Bureau added that the southwesterly wind flow with the frontal system would cause moderate to rough seas over the coastal waters of Batanes.
DWDD National News.
The Department of Agriculture concluded the celebration of the 2024 National Farmers and Fisher Folks Month by emphasizing their role in the country's food security and nation building. The agency acknowledged several farmer organizations with important contributions in the agriculture sector. Among the groups who received the recognition were the Bliss Linion Multipurpose Cooperative, Mantibugaw Agrarian Reform Beneficiaries Farmers Cooperative, Kalasag Multipurpose Cooperative, Organic Farmers of District 6 Bulacan Incorporated, Rosario Livestock and Agriculture Farming Cooperative, and San Agustin San Ramon Agrarian Reform Farmers Cooperative. Aside from the said, the department also gave recognition to 10 farmer directors and regional agriculture and fisheries council chairpersons in the country.
Armed Forces Radio Report.
Let us hear more updates outside our station. Let us hear from Shah about JDF Orion organizes first ever triathlon challenge in Sulu.
Yes, Rof, Joint Task Force Orion, in collaboration with the Sulu Provincial Government, organized the inaugural Triathlon Challenge at Mans Beach, Sitio Sapang, Barangay Can Mindus, Luok, Sulu, with 134 triathletes participating, including individuals and relay teams. The event included a 1.2-kilometer swim, 50-kilometer bike ride, and 10-kilometer run. Major General Ignatius N. Patrimonio, commander of the Joint Task Force Orion and 11 Infantry Alakdan Division, emphasized how it showcased Sulu's peace and ecotourism potential. He also extended gratitude to stakeholders and communities for their support in achieving sustainable peace. This is Shaina Araneta reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for a Stronger Philippines.
Thank you so much, Shaina Araneta.
DWDD National News.
Our time is already 12:14 in the afternoon and you are still tuning at AFP Radio, the WWD Facebook page. For our announcements, join us in celebrating the 126th Philippine Independence Day with music, song, and dance. Featuring the bands and performers from various uniformed services, witness a showcase of talent in music, singing, and dancing from the modern-day heroes. Let's come together to honor the Filipinos who fought for the nation's independence at Musical Yan 2024 on June 7, live at the Rizal Park Open Auditorium. See you there.
DWDD National News.
And moving on to another story, the Office of Civil Defense launched the second Disaster Preparedness and Humanitarian Operations Workshop in collaboration with the United Nations World Food Program and the United States Agency for International Development. The activity's goal is to strengthen collaboration among humanitarian actors and enhance the preparedness of disaster management units in the Philippines. Present in the opening ceremony at the new Government Administrative Center in New Clark City, Tarlac, were U.S. Embassy Chargé d'Affaires Robert Ewing, Philippines Social Welfare and Development Assistant Secretary Irene Dumlao, and OCD Administrator Ariel Nepomuceno. In a message, Ewing expressed the U.S. government commitment to support the country to prepare for, respond to, and recover from humanitarian crisis.
DWDD National News.
President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. encouraged the overseas Filipino workers to try setting up businesses at home, citing the country's improved business environment and economic stability. The president made the call during his meeting with the Filipino community in Brunei Darussalam yesterday. President Marcos expressed his gratitude to migrant workers for their sacrifices and dedication that cultivate the reputation of the special brand of Filipino service abroad. Furthermore, the president said he remains committed to fulfilling his promise of making more opportunities in the Philippines for Filipinos.
Armed Armed Forces Radio.
Now let's hear from our reporter on the ground for more updates about MBLT 10 organizes Bike for Peace event in Cagayan. Go on for the details, Beth.
Marine Battalion Landing Team 10 organized a 77-kilometer Bike for Peace event in Cagayan recently. The event was part of the naragsak ng pinagkasanggay free celebration activities in collaboration with the Team Nueva Segovia Cyclists. The said activities is spearhead along Laloo, Camalanyugan, Abughuay, Santa Teresa highways known as the Kapayapaan Loop. It aims to promote unity and cooperation for sustainable peace. Moreover, the event emphasized the maritime battalion's commitment and maintaining peace and order in her area of responsibility. This is Beth Daniete reporting for the AFP Community News, one AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you so much, Beth Daniete.
DWDD National News.
The Office of the Ombudsman ordered a 6-month preventive suspension to Bohol Governor Erico Aris Aumentado and 68 other officials due to the Chocolate Hills Resort controversy. Among those who were subjected to suspension without pay are Aumentado mayors, a vice mayor, village officials, police officers, and officials of government agencies for grave misconduct, gross neglect of duty, and conduct prejudicial to the best interests of the service. Also included in names of respondents were Bohol 1st District Representative Edgar, 3rd District Representative Christine Alexi Tutor, and former Governors Rene Relampagos and Arthur Yap. The said order signed by Ombudsman Samuel Martires is effective immediately and will last until the administrative judicial of the case is terminated, but not to exceed 6 months except when the delay in the disposition of the case is due to their fault, negligence, or petition.
DWDD National News.
The Department of Social Welfare Development inaugurated new mobile command centers seen to improve its capabilities to respond during disasters and calamities. The said ceremony was led by DSWD Secretary Rex Gatchalian and Senator Joel Villanueva. In his speech during the inauguration, Gatchalian said the MCCs can be deployed in a disaster area and can continue transmitting data to DSWD's regional and central office so that the agency can respond accordingly to the disaster that is happening real time. Meanwhile, the Secretary thanked Villanueva, the chairperson of the Senate Committee on Labor, Employment and Human Resources Development, for pushing and funding the project that would help DSWD cope with its mandate of disaster response.
Armed Forces Radio.
For other updates, let's hear the details about AFP stakeholders extend aids in the insurgency-free barangay under Zindungan Valley in Cagayan. Go ahead, Maljoy.
Rof, the residents of Barangay Masi, Rizal, Cagayan, formerly under the control of Communist Terrorist Communist Party of the Philippines New People's Army, were successfully received the government program Servisyo Caravan held on May 27, 2024. Present in the said activity are the government agencies including the Office of the Presidential Advisor on Peace, Reconciliation and Unity, Department of the Interior and Local Government, Department of Social Welfare and Development, 5th Infantry Division Dental Detachment, Philippine National Police and Local Government Unit of Rizal. The people of Masi benefited from the services provided by various government agencies such as medical and dental checkups, free circumcision, free medicines, and food packs. The issues and concerns of the barangay under the leadership of Barangay Chairwoman Leia Lagua became the center of the activity, which was immediately addressed by concerned government agencies. Barangay Chairman Lagua also emphasized her request to the Armed Forces of the Philippines not to remove the presence of soldiers in their barangay as their community is gradually growing and free from violence and influence of the communist terrorist group. Sinundungan Valley served as a bulwark of the Communist Party of the Philippines New People's Army, where the 1st Battalion of the New People's Army was formed and has been a training ground for a long time. Major General Audrey L. Pasha, commander of 5th Infantry Division, who served as the guest of honor and speaker, said the people of Masi Rizal have gradually achieved the peace they have longed for. He also thanked all the government agencies and the people for their support and solidarity in the fight against terrorism in their area. This is Meldry Nesho reporting for AFP Community News, one AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you so much, Meljoy.
Armed Forces Radio Report.
Let us hear more updates from Mitch about AFP conducts outreach program at Pagasa Island.
The Board of Trustees of the Association of Reservists and Reservist Administrators of the Philippines Incorporated, led by Chairperson Lieutenant Colonel Michael L. Romero, Philippine Air Force Reserve, and Congressman Mikey Romero, conducted an outreach visit to Kalayaan Municipality, Pag-asa Island, Palawan, accompanied by Major General Joel Alejandro S. Naknak, Philippine Army, Deputy Chief of Staff for Reservist and Retiree Affairs, and Major General Joseph Ferros S. Quezon, Philippine Navy Marines, Commander of the Naval Reserve Command, Philippine Navy. The Board of Trustees distributed 375 kilos of rice, 289 pairs of slippers, Jollibee meals, stuffed toys, food packs, and school bags benefiting 525 residents. Lieutenant Colonel Romero addressed the local populace, stressing the need to defend not only the West Philippine Sea, but the whole national territory in order to secure a better future for the youth and the succeeding generations. The initiative aims to strengthen the role of reservists in disaster response and encouraging interested individuals aged 18 years old and above to join the AFP's reservist program. The Board of Trustees and the local populace shared a budel fight after the gift giving, followed by the message of Mayor Del Mundo, who expressed his deepest gratitude to the AFP for conducting the outreach visit. And that is the latest update. This is Mitch reporting for AFP Community News, one AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you so much, Mitch.
DWDD National News.
Now on to our next story. The Department of Agriculture said that the overall supply of food in the country remains stable despite the onslaught of Typhoon Agon. Agriculture Assistant Secretary Arnel de Mesa reported that the agriculture damage due to the typhoon already reached 11.83 million pesos, with the majority of losses coming from the rice sector. However, he said they are not seeing a major effect due to Aghon, and the reported damage is very minimal in the agriculture sector. The DA official explained that the losses was relatively small since the country already harvested around 99% of its rice for the dry season, and most of the farms are either under land preparation or in the early stage of crop production for the wet season.
DWDD National News.
The Department of Agriculture checked on the availability of safe and affordable meat in 3 supermarkets in Quezon City. According to DA Undersecretary for Livestock Deogracias Victor Savillano, the inspection showed that the public has options amid the spike in meat prices in local markets, with the highest reaching 420 pesos per kilogram for liempo or pork belly. Among the supermarkets that the DA visited were Walter Mat Muñoz, SM North Hypermarket, and SM Supermarket. Savillano shared the lowest price is at 345 pesos per kilogram for liempo, 263 pesos per kilogram for pork kasi, and 160 pesos per kilogram for chicken.
Armed Forces Radio Report.
From Zolcom, let us hear some updates from Ali about 9 CMO Battalion participates in Daraga Job Fair in Albay.
The 9th Civil Military Operations Battalion, 9ID Philippine Army, participated in the job fair spearheaded by Public Employment Service Office, Daraga, held at Daraga Albay Covered Court on May 25, 2024. Led by 2nd Lieutenant Divina Gracia Mogote, personnel of this unit distributed informative leaflets about the recruitment process for the Philippine Army and set up an engaging photostatic display showcasing the various aspects and benefits of the military service. The event was attended by several distinguished officials, which highlighted the collaborative efforts of various government and private agencies to enhance employment opportunities in the region. Meanwhile, the 9th CMO Battalion's involvement in the job fair highlights their commitment to community engagement and support support for local employment initiatives. Their presence provided valuable information and opportunities to aspiring applicants, reinforcing the Philippine Army's role in national development and community support. This is Ali reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you so much, Ali from SOCOM.
Armed Forces Radio Report.
From Rizal, let us hear more updates from Ella about Antipolo CCPS NABS, a regional level most wanted person in Nueva Ecija.
Thank you very much. The Antipolo Component City Police Station operatives nabbed a 44-year-old regional level most wanted person in the operation conducted in Barangay Olivete, Bangobon, province of Nueva Ecija just recently. By virtue of warrant of arrest issued by the court in Rizal, the arrested suspect identified as alias Diego with a case of murder without corresponding bail and with a pending case of attempted murder recommended by bail of 180,000 pesos. According to the report reaching Rizal Provincial Police Office Director, Police Colonel Felipe Maragon, alias Diego is now in the custody of Antipolo City Police for proper documentation and proper disposition of his cases. This is Ella Mercado reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for a Stronger Philippines.
Thank you so much, Ella Mercado.
DWDD National News.
The Philippines has shared $20,000 or approximately 1.15 million pesos to the Association of Southeast Asian Nations Interparliamentary Assembly to support interparliamentary cooperation across ASEAN. Permanent representative of the Philippines to ASEAN, Ambassador Haisilin Quintana, turned over the contribution at ASEAN headquarters in Jakarta recently. The Department of Foreign Affairs said this gesture reflects the Philippines' confidence in the invaluable role that parliamentary diplomacy plays in advancing the ASEAN goal of creating a people-centered ASEAN. In her message, Quintana remembered that it was the Philippines that started the establishment of an ASEAN parliament in 1980 to strengthen regional cooperation by giving a platform for parliamentary dialogue and collaboration among ASEAN nations.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
That's all for today's broadcast. Thank you for joining us, especially to our audience in our Facebook page, AFP Radio DWDD. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow for more updates, same time and same station. Again, this is Ralph Suzon for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for a Stronger Philippines.
Mga katropa, alam mo ba na ang DWDD 1134 kHz AFP Radio ay ang opisyal na radio station ng sandatahang lakas ng Pilipinas na binubuo ng Army, Navy at Air Force na siyang maghahatid sa inyo ng mga balita mula sa ating Armed Forces at iba pang impormasyon. Mga katropa, hanapin at ilike kami sa Facebook, Twitter at YouTube. DWDD AFP Radio, ang boses ng Kawal Pilipino.